Damn it all, Scarlet. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xerath Prevails, a Grand Arena story. We're in the final week of 3v3 of my reports. I lost my last one. I didn't actually upload it because I didn't have any good screenshots. Didn't have I didn't even have the results screenshots. I was something was going on, but one way or another I lost it. You guys can go see. I was pretty sloppy on it. In fact, my opponent one-shot me entirely. He didn't even fail one time, which is pretty crazy rare against me. So we did change our defenses up and everything. Let me show you. This one is actually an interesting one, in my opinion. So I'm 2-4 going into this round, and so we've dropped down a little bit. Let's go check it out. Here's the situation, folks. We're up against Myklo Ren from Maul, and you can see how crazy big their guild is. 577 million GP. My opponent is almost a full million ahead of me, and you can see that reflected in their relic levels. Relic level 9, 8, and 7, they have a really big advantage over me, as well as modding. They have a pretty big advantage as well. A lot of money spent here. Of course, lots of rerolls on data cron, so it's not as much as other people that I've met. I mean, this is like the first iteration of this version of Datacrons, though, so we'll have to see if this ends up being a big number or not. One way or another, I am pretty outgunned on almost every level here. Here are the defenses that I placed. I only placed 2 GLs. Maul is back with Lord Vader, and the rest of the stuff, you guys can just look for yourself. Dash is on defense as well. I think this is a pretty decently balanced defense for me in the context of me keeping 5 GLs for offense, which is not that uncommon in 3v3. So here's the bottom front zone that we're going to be facing, folks, and he does have, I think he has a 90% dodge cron, 80%, I don't remember which one. It's a lot though, and I think it's 90%. Gosh, but then he's got dash with Vandor and all the other stuff. Ray with Ben. He's also got Jabba here with Relic 9 on Jabba, but the Chrysanthemum doesn't have the Omicron, so maybe we can make something happen there. Who knows? It's going to be epic. But before we jump into the fighting, guys, just want to remind you, please help me mount the algorithm. Like, subscribe, comment. We're mounting the algorithm. We're trying to get more traffic to this channel, and anything you guys can do to help would be very, very appreciated. It's a way to support it for free, folks. Really, really appreciate all the support you've given me so far. That being said, let's get into the fighting. Whoa, we're in the video replay. Yeah, that's right. So, actually, the very first part, folks, is going to be the live replay. That's right. I'm bringing it back at least for the rest of this season. So, I should say for this episode, and then maybe the final one as well, because the last one, or the middle one, is all Thanksgiving. Just me attacking on my phone, so there wasn't any live reaction. That being said, here is the live segment with the, it's just at the very start, and it's kind of a longer segment, actually. So I'll see you guys in several minutes, perhaps. Goodbye. Here, of course, the Lord Vader has the really high dodge cron, 90% dodge. Yeah, I think maybe we just try Kylo here, guys. Tell you what, we're not going to use Kylo quite yet, though. I'm going to figure out which cron to give him, then we've got to restart the game real quick. We need an accuracy. Physical accuracy cron here. This is pretty good. This also gives us some good armor pen. I mean, that's probably what we want to do. 49%. And then I have an accuracy arrow as well. So that'll combine to be 80%. So he'll dodge about 10% of the time. Alright, guys. We're going to try this. If we can one-shot this, things will be a lot happier, I think. Because then we can use Fennec to maybe kill Jabba if we have to two-shot that. Alright, so give this to you. And then we can get rid of that. I guess we could just put this on you. Not that that's going to help at all. Then, yeah, we want to put this on Kylo now. As much as I would like to get an armor shred or something. Onto Vader, I think. Armor is, yeah, not long for this world. There she blows. Alright. So I guess we get a hit on Maul here right quick. Fun times. Causing Royal Guard to taunt, of course, so that's not good times. Alright. Let's hopefully survive this Maul barrage. Whew, that was closer than I prefer. Taking a while to get to our ult here, guys. I'm feeling a little scared, to be honest. Come on, gotta take out Maul here as quick as we can. Don't have time for shenanigans. Is that enough? Not quite. Damn it all. Gosh, well, at least we reduced some of his, what's it called? Gosh. Alright, finally killed Maul. I hope we can kill Royal Guard here, guys. If we can, it'll be a pretty big fiasco. Oh, he dodged that one. Uh-oh. That's not good. Not good. No! Oh, that kills me that's how he died. Oh my gosh, that was really bad, guys. Wow. I thought that we'd be able to get a couple hits in to get to our ult, but oh man. Alright, well we're not sitting pretty at all, guys. Wow. Tell you what, I want to try this against it. I've had this kicking around in the back of my head for a while. I want to see if this works. It might not, and then we'll be in an even worse place. But I wanted to try Mando here. See if we can just disintegrate that Royal Guard right away, and then just be good. Okay, we're gonna try this, guys. I can't guarantee that this works at all, but I'm hoping it works. So that's about the same thing, right? Okay, so we get to our ult instantly. Oh, we don't have the disintegrate yet, though, do we? Shoot, man. Alright, well, we'll get some hits in with Fennec at least. We'll do that. Alright. Okay, now we can do this. And we'll kick him in the nuts here. Hits me back, of course. Okay, so we killed Royal Guard. Let's get one more, a couple of stacks here, and Mando's not going to hit very often now. So there is that. He can call Fennec to assist a little bit, though. Every once in a while he can do that, at least. So that'll be good. Okay, Greef, I need you to get with the picture here. We are in some pretty dire straits right now, and we really need you to pick it up, bud. For all of us, for all our sakes. Okay, come on, let's just do it. There we go. Told you they'd do it. Alright, cool. Cool. Hey, new mania with a gifted sub to see money. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I thought that would work. I've been thinking about that. About what happens if you don't kill Royal Guard. Like, it doesn't work if Maul is still there instead of Royal Guard. Like, his Maul would just probably kill someone. Like, you don't have any control. But Royal Guard doesn't. She just kind of stands there. And then when you do your Disintegrate, it doesn't really do that much. It doesn't really do that much to Lord Vader. But I mean, obviously, it kills even Relic 9 on Royal Guard. So, yeah. Alright. We're back. And my experimental kill of Lord Vader and Royal Guard ended up working out, so thank goodness for that. I think I should have popped my ult a little bit sooner with Kylo, but yeah, so be it. Let's get back to it. So we've got to take out Jabba. He's the other one that I'm just not sure if I can take it out. Pretty sure I can take out that Darth Vader, or sorry, the Rey team with Ben fairly easily. So we're gonna go with this one now. So remember, he's only got a Relic 8 on Chrysanthemum, which maybe that sounds like a lot to some of you. I'm sure it does. However, for what I've been facing, Relic 8 is not that huge, and they don't have the Omicron on Chrysanthemum, so that's another 40% 40% protection that he doesn't have. So the idea here is, and I initially got bad advice from someone, and they said don't use your auto kill from Cat on Chrysanthemum because he'll just revive. You have to use it on Boushh. But the real answer actually is you have to kill Chrysanthemum one time because it takes too long otherwise to take him out. He takes for frickin' ever to take out if you have to do it two times. And so, okay, we got the full ult, the Folt, and we got to take out Boushh, folks, because she does a lot of damage. Can't wait to get her to Relic 8, actually. She does some crazy things, in fact. So there she goes. She's not doing anything crazy anymore, other than just laying there with a fixed expression on her face. And now we've got to take out Black Chrysanthemum. One thing to keep in mind, first off, it's only just Chrysanthemum. I don't know why they took the black off, honestly. It's a bizarre thing, considering in the comic books that's just literally his name is Black Chrysanthemum. But that being said, I could actually target Jabba right this second if I wanted to. And people say that you should do that. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure, folks, because I don't like the idea of being temporarily interrupted by someone who's going to taunt. And even though we have the ult right now from Kenobi, there's no guarantees that we're going to keep that ult the entire time while we're trying to defeat Jabba. So I kind of like the idea of if you can finish off Chrysanthemum, not to mention if you fail, if you time out on Jabba, you need to be able to, like, have some marked progress. So if you kill Chrysanthemum, at least it's just Jabba on his own instead of having to take out Chrysanthemum 2 times. So, alright, that being said, okay, we've got this Rey, Ben, Holdo team, and we're using Starkiller. I've used this on my alt a few times now. Things that we want to keep in mind, and you can see the cursor was actually showing the inspired ability on Rey. We need to get rid of that because we don't want her to ramp her mastery at all. That's the way she ramps it, is I gain turn meter, and then every time I gain turn meter while she has inspired on her, stacks of inspired, then she gains, or maybe it's her whole team, gains mastery. And so we want to take that out as quick as we can. We do that via ultimates. And so we're just kind of throwing stagger bombs the whole time. Remember, we're set for datacrons in case that's, if someone's watching it later down the line. And the idea is we need to stagger them enough times so that Rey doesn't get a whirlwind. We don't want her to take a turn, so we have to just hog all the turn meter until she gets her ultimate bar filled, and then we get all of them into damage immunity. And Rey is debuffed right now, so that means with a Starkiller team, she's only doing 50% of her usual damage. It's like, I was wondering why Malak couldn't force drain the, if we use like Darth Revan to counter Starkiller, I was wondering why Malak couldn't force drain a character who only had health, and it's because he could only do half the damage because he was debuffed. Even with the 100% health, it just is 50%. So in this case, she does 50% of what she would normally do. And all right, so she's in the yellow. She had what was it called? Shaak on her. And so, yeah, she keeps coming back. It's a delight. Thank you, Ray, for continuing this ridiculous farce of a thing. Every time my leader takes a turn, Ben returns. Oh yeah, let's keep going. All right, there's a fun whirlwind. Mara almost died, and then I threw the entire tire at Ray, and she died. And then we crashed a Star Destroyer on Holdo's face, which is kind of what she did to herself in a way. So there we go. Killed 3 teams. Killed all 3 GLs that were showing. Now he's got this crew team with First Order TIE Pilot with the Omicron and Red Trooper. The problem is they don't start with advantage under crew lead. So I was like, you know what? I think Bad Batch, even though they'll be faster than Bad Batch, I think I will end up just being able to run the tables on them. And then, of course, they dispelled all the things, and I immediately regretted my decision for a minute. But, okay, good. We got the debuffs back on them, and now we got to kill that Red Trooper if we can, so that he stops bugging us. Because that's what we do with people who bug us, right? We just kill them, obviously. And, I mean, we're pretty good to go. One thing I was kind of nervous about, folks, so I put a bunch of potency on them with my Datacron, was the idea that if you don't start with advantage under the First Order TIE Pilot unique, that Omicron unique, then the characters who don't start with advantage actually start with plus 100% tenacity. And so I was worried that they'd be able to resist my stuns, but Tech has a lot of potency, and then I just added a little bit more from a Datacron, and we were good to go. So full banners there. Happy to report. And now they've got this weird Darth Revan, Darth Malak Savage team. The Savage, of course, has the Omicron. And I guess we'll just whirlwind Savage for fun. And I mean, it's already over by now. I wanted to use Ray here. Remember, we're keeping 5 GLs for a reason. Because we want people come up with these crazy clever comps, and even though I could probably find a way to Zerg this team down, or maybe we could even use just like Traya to take it out, something like that, I decided it wasn't worth the risk of failing an attack. We already failed once against his Lord Vader. We don't need to do that anymore. We don't need to fail anymore, guys. We're fail-proof. No, I wish we were. Okay, so I looked at their dash, and I wouldn't have dared this. Like, I was just going to use a Galactic Legend, actually, folks. And then I noticed that he still had a speed set on. Like my opponent did not want to remod for the dash Datacron. He does have the dash Datacron, of course, where he takes all the bonus turns. However, my opponent does not have it, like, best modding. Like, speed is not the best on dash right now for set 4, because he's taking so many bonus turns. He almost never even uses his speed, to be honest. Like, other people use his speed bonuses, but if he's the lead, but otherwise he's just taking all the turns all the time. It doesn't matter how fast he is, because he just follows my Sith trio. And so I would not have really tried this. Sion would be long dead if he was modded for offense, but he was modded for speed, which gave me a lot of breathing room. Like probably 1,600, was it? 1,300 total points of damage that he could be doing right now, and he's just not. So feels good. We're gonna annihilate dash, and then we're gonna take a long time. So I think we had to sped up the clock considerably. Once we kill dash, like, that's our win condition, really. Then we're just gonna play with our food until we can get to the point where we get as many banners as we can, which I guess in this case is just going to be from Sion. But really, I mean, that I've nattered on at you for months about this, but like, it matters sometimes. Even if you fail a bunch of times and your opponent fails a bunch of times, sometimes one banner makes all the difference. I've shown you a few different examples of that happening, where I've won by one banner because I took so long to get this extra banner with Sion. Like, it's no joke. It is absolutely worth doing, and at least if you want to win, or if you like to party, either one, it's worth doing. So this is a pretty thick L3. Of course, that doesn't matter when we use Annihilate. We're just waiting to do the big hit from Sion. And alright, there we go. I think we're ready. And L3 is gone. The front zone is dead. And hopefully my opponent doesn't have anything too crazy in the back. Alright, he's got General Skywalker and otherwise fairly beatable teams. So let's go up top and take out their Malgus. I mean, they had a pretty thick defense, honestly, guys. They had some good teams, you know, and Jabba and Malgus were both overflowing. There's also a Qui-Gon Jinn team up top as well. And really, it's just a mess. So we're taking in Supreme Emperor himself. He's not Supreme. He's like a pizza. But yeah, we're just waiting, guys. I was a little nervous going into this, actually, because all of the ability block on basics from the two girls with him are good, I guess. Like, they might have prevented me from getting my ult, but instead they didn't, and I got 58. So the joke is on them. They should have done better. They should have known better. All right, so here's the thumbnail art that I did, guys. Talzin and company. People were like, "Oh, you're not taking zombie," but I wanted to use the Asajj Omicron, and then I wanted to use Talzin lead, and I needed to use Old Daka to be able to revive people. And the idea here, guys, is we get healing immunity on them. We can get plague, I guess, as well. But the idea is maybe we can ramp Old Daka just a little bit so that Anakin doesn't get his huge hit in. Now, one thing that does help us tremendously. Oh, by the way, zombie doesn't work here anyways because of Ahsoka being able to assist and everything. But the idea here, folks, is, I mean, and it helps a ton. Ki-Adi-Mundi is not available to boost Anakin, and so when he did his big AoE, it just didn't kill us. And I mean, it's pretty nice, actually. So we killed Qui-Gon Jinn. We wanted to mess around just enough times that, okay, we killed him, but we got really bad banners. But I didn't really have that many teams that could really potentially one-shot this. I wanted, you just mess around with it until Anakin has done his AoE, and then the next two moves that he does are just individual single hits, and you're able to go. All right, Commander Luke, look at this, Relic 9 on Commander Luke, and Dark Trooper's like, I don't care if you're Relic 8,000, I'm still gonna punch your face in. And Luke's like, if I was Relic 8,000, you would literally do nothing to me. And the Dark Trooper is probably like, yeah, you're right, I failed in my computation. Okay, so last time we tried this, folks, so AdRad is kind of an issue, honestly. And last time we tried this, I tried to kill AdRad first. I marked him first, and then I just couldn't kill him because he took too many turns, and then I was stuck behind the tank. And so every time we have Shatter Point, I'm going and hitting AdRad just because that reduces his max health. Maybe protection, I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's Shatter Point, whatever rule that is. But the idea is here, let's try to, you know, get rid of all distractions. So we killed K2. Of course, both of them can revive K2 in their own ways, but if I can just have a few minutes of time in the back room just punching Radis, you know, it's gonna help a lot. So she does her AoE and revives the wrong character, revives K2, which I thought was a little bit hilarious. So we take her out because there's no rule that says that she can't be killed before K2, just AdRad, and we're good to go. A little bit sketchy there. This whole match is a little bit sketchy. He placed some pretty tricky defenses. In the back, he's got General Skywalker, and we'll just use, is this my final GL? I mean, I didn't really have anything that could beat this that easily anyways, so may as well just move along with this. Man, we almost took out one of, he stood up really fast. I'm not a fan, folks, not a fan of how fast he stood up. But what's a man to do? Alright, sits back down. We need to kill some clones right now. The problem is with this counter, we're ramping General Skywalker up so much with all of these buffs that we're generating on ourselves. So he does a huge amount of damage eventually. If we're not cautious, we don't have forever. Like, even though it seems like he's not doing that much damage, it's pretty scary. So 55 banners, happy enough with that. I mean, you can get better banners if you play it better, but you know, surprise, that's how it works. That's how life is. And alright, decided to use Bam Han Chewie against this TIE Fighter pilot team. And yeah, so TIE Fighter pilot's getting all the bonus turns, and we can't get through 9th Sister, but then we use Whistling Birds, and 9th Sister and TIE Fighter pilot stop being the impediments that they are, and we manage not great banners again, but 53. Good enough for the girls I go with, I suppose. And in the back, none other than AdRad and Executor, so that's pretty fun, pro fun. We've got Darth Vader, and the thing I forgot here, folks, is they have Retribution from their cron going on, and so I don't want to die, obviously. Like, Vader soloing this is pretty sketch at this point, because, let's see, Jango will do extra damage because I only have health right now. And I mean, Zam is Relic 8. She's pretty good. She does a lot of stuff. And Cad Bane can double tap. So I decided to just risk it and hit Zam on the off chance that she just wasn't feeling into, you know, hitting hard back, and she wasn't. She was like, you know what, Vader, I'm good with that. I'll just take a saber to the face, and then even though I could hit you back, I just won't, because of reasons. So I'm still worried about them. I don't want to die. I have one death that I can, but it would probably compound pretty bad, actually. So yeah, there we go. I mean, I'm kind of working my way up in the world a little bit, man. But Cad just does a bunch of extra damage here, and have to take him out. Do our thing. Got him. Whew, that was a lot tenser than I had initially imagined. Now they have a Phasma lead team here with Hux and First Order Stormtrooper. So I just used my own Hux First Order TIE Pilot team, and I got to go first because I have First Order TIE Pilot, and we just deleted them, actually. I remember he's not shooting back because I have that Domination or Dominion or whatever that buff is above Hux's face. So I think that's what it is. Once that goes away, that he can hit me back. I don't really remember. All right. Boba lead. Remember, this is with the Embo Omicron or Datacron. I don't know if he might also have the Omicron, but the Datacron just puts all of your health into protection, and then while you have any protection at all on your character, it's 90% of your health goes into protection. If you have any protection at all, then you can't kill him on the turn that he still has protection. So you have to wipe out all of his health first. Or sorry, it's all of his protection first, and then take him out with his health. So it's like a 2-stage knockout. And look at that. Last minute, they just nuke my character, my Death Trooper, and Jango goes back to full. Gosh. The AI, someone commented in chat, they're like, man, the AI for Jango is great. And I actually agree. It's very impressive. Very, very impressive. So that being said, we got through without, there were a few blunders, a couple frustrations, but for the most part, like, we only failed, what, one time, I think? You guys can help me remember. I'm actually fairly sleepy, but alright, we're using our Negotiator against Executor here, and one thing to keep in mind is he had a Relic 9 IG, and that meant I had to win the coin flip, I don't even know what the T, but anyways, we had to win the coin flip to see who would go first, and Poe was able to get a turn and marked poor Sergeant for death. So, now we're just doing what we can. We might just get stuck behind this Houndstooth. Who knows? Didn't get the ability, or the buff immunity on Houndstooth, which is pretty rough, considering they had buffs on them that we could reduce their potency or their tenacity with. So we actually got the taunt down off of Houndstooth, but then it came back. Hooray! I guess we could do the AoE, at least try to get some debuffs on them. Let's see. I don't know why I didn't do the big hit. Oh, I didn't do the big hit because I wanted to dispel the taunt from Houndstooth with a basic against someone who had target lock. That's what was going on. Okay, oh, we could do a 3. We almost got a 3 for there, guys. Not too bad. And now the fight is... like, we're in control of the fight for the most part, which is wonderful, of course. I mean, in control with 62 frickin' banners, but off-meta fleets, man. Pretty scary. Pretty good, sometimes. They have their uses. Alright, we're using Empire here with Executrix against Profundity. You've seen me do this a few different times. Sith Bomber is kind of nice because it's giving all of those concussion grenades to people. It feels good. You know, passively as they're hitting him, then look at all those concussion grenades on Dash. I mean, I guess that he had 5 earlier, so because he's quietly disposing of them. But we get our TIE Fighter or TIE Bomber in, and then take out that Y-Wing finally. And now they're focusing. Please don't kill my shuttle. Damn it all! Do not kill my shuttle. Let's set them all on fire, just to remind them that they shouldn't be targeting my shuttle, damn it all. Alright, and Outrider is in stealth. We really need to take out Outrider. Fortunately for them, they have all these modifiers of, like, you can't target me things. And it goes into the point where, well, I kind of have to target this character in stealth because I don't have any other options. So, yeah, it's just kind of funny. Falcon creates some weird situations, I guess, is all I'm saying. Because Falcon could be out in the middle, out in the open, and you still can't target it as long as it has the thing. Man, and we were just starting to wrestle them into shape, and then they killed my ship. Just at the very last minute, killed me. Which, of course, made me real sad, because I was about to get my ultimate. We probably would have just destroyed them otherwise. Deleted them. Bulleted. But, yeah. I said we got bulleted, and that's it. Let's jump in with Finalizer here, apparently. Because I think I need to use Resistance to take out their third fleet, whatever it is. Maybe, like, I don't know. Anyways, I don't remember if I even brought reinforcements. I probably did at least bring one here. Yeah, I brought both of them. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. Gotta nuke that Millennium Falcon, which has all the really high relic pilots on it, of course. I don't know what relic level Han is on their account, actually. I never looked. But, alright, they killed, what, our pre-taunt, and we haven't killed anything of theirs yet. Feels kind of bad. We finally do take them down, and I mean, this isn't going to be great banners. They even killed one of our ships here, but it's probably good. Okay, we got the cleanup. Thank goodness. 45 banners is a lot of banners to drop. That's like 18 total. Sorry, not 18. 20, 28? Yeah. It's a lot of banners, guys. Almost 30. Okay, so final fleet. This is just the home one fleet, and we're just using Malevolence here, apparently. Stealing some banners, making themselves feel at home. Apparently, I also brought whatever ship that is, the Karth ship, the Ebon Hawk. Just in case they get too many buffs, I can just... I don't know. I don't know what I was just saying. I'm tired, guys. I'm about to fall asleep. So, Alright, we got through it. And we did full clear. It was kind of a sloppy full... For failing twice is... All I failed was twice here, folks. And I ended up dropping, what, like 90 banners? Something like that. Only 40 of those were from fails, and then 50, apparently, were just from other drops. Like in ships, you know, I dropped 28 on my first fleet, so 8 of those were from, you know, during the cleanup. And it feels pretty vulnerable, guys, to have a score under 2,000. Though, my opponent would only have 4 GLs available, and I was hoping that, you know, my defenses would mess with them. So let's actually just jump into the results, shall we, folks? Let's do it to it, or something. Hold on a sec. Whoa. That was not what I signed up for. I don't even know if you guys saw anything, but that was pure, uncut, unadulterated madness. Okay, we're ready. Let's move. My opponent, in fact, did not do that well. You can see they failed twice on Lord Vader, and we have the results right now. So I know that they used Lord Vader, and they couldn't even kill one character. Maul was on red. They used Supreme Leader Kylo is what I meant to say, and they couldn't even kill Maul. And then, so they tried to use bounty hunters to clean it up, and only killed Maul with the bounty hunters. And then they also used a Jedi Revan team to kill Qui-Gon and failed. They also killed a couple other teams, as you can see. But then, I don't know what the deal is, but they just didn't attack again. I mean, I don't know how they would have cleared Lord Vader. Like, he's one of those characters that's like, well, if you fail once, maybe you can clean up. Like, you don't need to have a specific plan. And even though my opponent had enough Galactic Legends to maybe clean it up, it's gonna be tricky. I can't say words right now. So I don't know if it was just like the Thanksgiving holiday that was, let's see, that was this is on a Wednesday, and so you know, the day after is going to be Thanksgiving. So maybe my opponent had that. Maybe, I mean, their name makes me think that they're not American, but who knows? That's just me totally assuming, and probably it's just false or whatever. It certainly does just not matter one way or another. Anyways, Lord Vader makes us all miserable. I mean, set 4, guys. Like, the fact that you can add dodge to an already, like, almost broken kit that they're giving him. I don't really mind the mechanics of Lord Vader. Like, all the GLs can have their day in the sun. I don't mind that. It's just dodge on top of it. And they had 90 dodge on theirs. I thought it was actually funny, because my Lord Vader has 0 dodge. I don't have dodge, I don't have deflection. He just has, like, he just has his mechanics, and that's it. And so it's ironic, my opponent put 90 speed on his Lord Vader, plus all the mechanics, and I still found a way through. Even though I did fail against, I wasn't able to take out the Royal Guard, I still found a way through. So, anyways, I'm pretty proud of this. My opponent put a lot of tricky teams down, and I was pretty distracted with all the Thanksgiving stuff going on with me, and I was doing my live stream, and I don't know, I really liked the Night Sisters fight. It was pretty clenchy, but it was fun, and yeah, I'm proud of this, especially because I was 2-4 going into this, folks, and 2-4 is not a great feeling, frankly. It just isn't. Here, let's look at what did we go in ranking? I was number 143, my opponent was 144. And I had fallen out of the top 100, which is something I don't know, I'd like never to do that. I'd like to just stay in the top 100. So, you know, I was like kind of fighting for my own dignity in a way too. I was 2-4, I'd lost 2-1-4, and in case you didn't know what 2-4 meant. But yeah, I was glad, very, very glad, and appreciative to get this win. So, anyways, you know, obviously no shade on my opponent. Good match to you, and I hope we have a rematch where you can actually attack a little bit. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it good. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Zareth prevails. How far can we go, folks? Everyone's got dodge on their Lord Vader. It is pure madness.